interesting that Sky Sports have recruited Chris Eubank Jr. to be one of their pundits, one of their analysts for this Logan Paul KSI rematch taking place on November 9th. And it will be live on Sky Sports box office in the UK and on DAZN in the United States. Not sure which networks it will be on around the world. Perhaps DAZN around the world as well. Anyway, the addition of Eubank Jr. is interesting because it's the first time he's been on Sky Sports for a long time. Is this a reconciliation? Does this mean that Chris Eubank Jr. could potentially be fighting on Sky Sports in the not too distant future? What's going to happen with the fight that he's having on the Charlo undercard? Will that be picked up by Sky Sports? Because ITV seemingly did a deal with Al Heyman to show PBC cards from the States and also have PBC shows in the UK. But after that Eubank Jr. James DeGale show and a couple of the American shows which were broadcast on ITV, it's been radio silence. So maybe that's all dead in the water. And maybe Chris Eubank Jr. is going to return to Sky where he has fought several times before. And people can say that Eubank Jr. has been mismanaged and if he'd stayed on Sky, his career might have, gone on to a next level in terms of earning money. But personally, if you're just looking at it from a financial point of view, Chris Eubank Jr.'s career has been managed pretty well up until signing with Al Heyman. Because once he signed with Heyman, and look, Heyman has done great things in boxing. I'm not saying that he's just totally bad and nobody should ever sign with Al Heyman. No, depends on your division and it depends on your circumstances. But in Eubank Jr.'s circumstances, when he lost to George Groves in the World Boxing Super Series, he got paid a lot of money for those fights in that tournament. So from a management perspective, his dad or whoever was managing him there, they did great getting him into the World Boxing Super Series, getting him those fights, making him that money. But signing to Al Heyman after that, look what Al Heyman's done in the UK, nothing. Eubank Jr. wanted to be active. Well, he's not active. He's now taken on a guy who could potentially beat him. And even if Eubank Jr. gets the win, he's not going to get much credit. So where's the logic in taking that fight? I mean, it's not a big money fight. Eubank Jr. may be a big name in the UK. He's not a big name in the US. Neither is Korobov. So a puzzling fight to take from a managerial perspective. I strongly suspect that it's more Heyman who has, made that matchup rather than Eubank Jr.'s dad. So anyway, as far as Eubank Jr. being part of the Sky team for this rematch, it's right up Eubank Jr.'s street because he is a guy who calls himself next gen. He is somebody who is somewhat connected to the younger generation by way of social media and stuff like that. He posts a lot of stuff online on his Instagram with him in Lamborghinis and all these flash clothes and all this kind of stuff. And the youngsters like that kind of thing. It connects to them. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them like that kind of thing. And so they need to bring in people who are going to be able to connect with the audience that this particular event is targeting. KSI and Logan Paul fans. Chris Eubank Jr. fits the bill. So Sky have done a good job at getting Chris Eubank Jr. in for that. Definitely a good job. And he is a divisive character. I personally find Eubank Jr.'s character very entertaining. He is a less eccentric, but still amusing character. Less eccentric than his dad, but still amusing version of his dad. That's what he is. His dad had the monocle and the cane and, the fake posh accent and all that kind of stuff. But Eubank Jr. has the same kind of aloof swagger and pompousness as his dad, which is kind of like a WWE character. I like it. I find it entertaining. A lot of people can't stand it. It really drives them up the wall, but I find it really funny. So, and I know Eubank Jr. and his dad think that they're not funny, but I'm sorry you are. Whether you mean to be funny or not, you're funny to me. and to a lot of other people as well who love the theatricality of it. Almost like pantomime villains. I love it. So I hope he says something controversial. Well, not necessarily controversial, because he doesn't really come out and say that, make any politically incorrect statements. But he takes digs, little sideways comments at rivals and stuff like that. And I'm hoping to see more of that when he's part of this commentary team for KSI versus Logan Paul. Will he be helping one of them to train? Maybe he'll be helping KSI. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Eubank Jr. being part of the Sky team for the KSI Logan Paul rematch. It's happening. I'm out.